Hello, my name is Chedomir Nestorovic and I'm a professor at the ESSEC Business School in Singapore. Today we'll talk about the situation in Germany after the SPD voted for building a coalition with the CDU. After 5 months of unsuccessful negotiations with the SPD and the Liberals and the Greens in Germany, the Chancellor Merkel finally broke a deal with the SPD. And we have many of apparent winners. The first one is Germany, because after 23 months of uncertainty, they will have a stable government. The second winner is Europe, and immediately the President Macron from France congratulated CDU and SPD for making the deal. The two parties in Germany, CDU and SPD, will also hail this as a very successful deal. And finally, we'll have all the people who were looking for the stability in Germany to be the engine for Europe. They will also be very happy with the situation. The first winner seems to be Germany, because after 23 months of negotiations, they will have a stable government. The two biggest parties, CDU and SPD, altogether, they have 399 seats in the Bundestag, so they can cooperate for the next 5 years. They used to cooperate in the past, so they know each other, and the whole country is expecting that they will be put to work immediately. The second winner is Europe, because they will believe that this coalition will also help the anti-immigration and the populist speech, not only in Germany, but also in the other countries. So they expect also to have the engine between France and Germany to be put part of the work again. And the third one are the two biggest parties. The first one, CDU, because with this deal, they are awaiting elections, and everyone is expecting that if there would be premature elections, in that case, they will again lose them. And for the SPD, same thing as for the CDU, they are on a downward trend, so they would also lose if there were some elections in the future. And finally, the SPD, they got three main ministries: the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Social Affairs. They got more than they could expect, so for the moment, everyone is happy. However, there are three havocs with this negotiation and the agreement. The first one is that the Chancellor Merkel appeared to have lost her golden touch in the negotiation, because it took her 23 weeks in order to reach this, and she already lost a potential agreement with the Liberals and the Greens. So celebrating an agreement with the SPD, when before that you were saying that you will not govern with the SPD, is not a synonym of success. The second one is that if the SPD voted for joining the CDU, it is because the leader, Martin Schulz, decided to resign, and on the other side, the SPD got three very important ministries. So in that case also, without these two events happening in few weeks before the vote by the SPD, probably the result will be different. And concerning Europe, we also have to reconsider this curious attelage between the CDU and the SPD, because they certainly don't have the same ideas concerning the future of Europe, and especially concerning one future Ministry of Finance or one future budget for the European Union. The real winner could easily be the AfD, because this party will be the only opposition, or it will claim that it will be the only opposition to the coalition, because the Liberals are expected to align somehow to the CDU, and the Greens are also expected sometimes to align with the SPD. So the real opposition will be AfD for the next 5 years. And they will take this opportunity at the Bundestag to insist on the fact that if the CDU and the SPD have made this coalition, there are two reasons. The first one is that they are not able to confront the electors again. And on the second side, they still love so much power that in order to get the power, in order to keep the power, they're also ready to make this kind of coalitions.